Welcome back to the channel, guys. I am so excited because today Mila and I are doing a game review, and it's one that I think you guys are super duper gonna love.
And it's called Splendor.
So if that interests you, stick around. Thanks guys for sticking around. Mila and I are so geeking out about sharing with you this game. Mila, you want to show them the cover here?
Sure. It's called Splendor.
Yeah, and we love this game. Splendor's so fun. How many people does Splendor play, Mila?
It plays up to 4.
Up to 4.
2 to 4 players.
2 to 4 players. What do you think? Is it fun at 2?
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I actually think it's really fun to 2 to 4 players. I think it
works at all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. This is something that I absolutely love about Splendor because Mila and I will take this. We'll take this around town, won't we?
Yeah, we'll take it to coffee shops.
Oh, the last time we played at the coffee shop, this little one beat me in the tie break. So we had the same amount of points, and then the tiebreaker was whoever had the least amount of cards. Let's dive in, right? Let's really show them how to do this. So here we're gonna look at our overhead camera here, and we have all the cards laid out. This is set up for a 2-player game. Let's talk about what we have. So in the game of Splendor, we kind of got ahead of ourselves. What are we pretending to be in Splendor?
What are we pretending to be? We are pretending to be gems.
Well, like gem dealers. We're
dealers.
All right, so we have these nice little chips. They're like poker chips, but they're weighted poker chips, yeah. And in a 2-player game, we removed some of the chips. So we have some off to the side. So we have 4 of each color, except the yellows. And the yellows are a special one, we'll get to them. We have these guys up here. They're called nobles. The nobles are another way to get points. And where do we see points on this board, Mila? Can you show them?
We see points on cards. Now, not all of the cards have these little points in the corner.
So they're the big number in the corner. That's kind of the tell-all. So these nobles have that big number. So these are all worth 3. And then you'll notice on some of the cards, there's nothing in the corner. And then some of them have 1, some of them have 3.
5.
2,
I think 5 is the highest number they go.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
So the whole point of the game is to get to 15 points collected. And on your turn, before we get this too far, one more setup thing. I see there are 3 different colored piles. What's the significance of the colored piles, Mila?
The colored piles, there is a color right across them. There are the same color of cards just right across.
So it's a row. So there's a row of green cards,
row of green cards, yellow, and row of red.
So
blue.
what is the difference?
The difference are that these green cards are the lowest. These are the easiest ones. They have no points. I mean, some of them do, but mostly not. And they have this little white dot at the bottom, and that shows how high they go and how low they go.
So basically it's indicating how hard the card is. So green's easy, blue's hard, blue's gonna be worth more points, green's gonna be less points, and yellow's somewhere in the middle. So on your turn, really simple, you can do only really 2 types of actions. You can either, well, there's 3 actions, I misspoke. You can collect gems from the side here. You can collect 3 different ones, or 2 of the same if they're at least 4 in a pile. So we have 4 black ones here. If I wanted on my turn, I could collect 2 black ones if I needed those. Or 1 of 3 different colors, and yellow is special. We're gonna keep yellow kind of off to the side for now. Why I would need these? Where are the requirements needed to get this card? Like, I want this card, what do I need?
You need 1 white and 2 black.
So if I had that, this is the other thing you could do on your turn, right? So if on this turn, I collect 2 black, and then it goes around. Now it's back to my turn. I might collect 1 white, 1 green, 1 red, just to get some other things. So now I have this. Now on the 3rd turn, whoop, comes back to my turn. The other thing I can do instead of getting gems
is you can buy the card.
I can buy the card, so I could show Mila, look, I have 2 black, 1 white, put those back in the bank.
And you can only have up to 10 chips.
Now,
and if you,
ooh, that's a really good thing. How many chips can I have?
You can only have 10. If, let's say you had 12 and it was someone else's turn. You can remove 2 of them, whatever you want. You can take 2 back and you can put them back in the pile, and then you have 10. But then you have to try to spend some stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna want to spend them because if you're at 10, it means you can afford. Now, the nice thing about a card is sometimes they're worth points. This one wasn't. After buying it, we'd flip another one out here for Mila to be able to purchase if she wants. Now this right here, I'm gonna show the camera here. This one right here shows that now I always have 1 blue chip and it doesn't count to that 10 limit, right? I can only have 10 of these chips, as Mila pointed out. But this is saying I have a blue. I can spend it all day, every day. So if I need, let's say I want to buy this gem sometime, it needs 1 blue, 2 white. I already have the 1 blue and it doesn't go away. So collecting these lower ones will help you buy some of the more expensive ones because
you have these little
you have like these bonus chips that are just sort of free to you.
So like let's say if you wanted to buy this one and you had only 2 blues, you could just use this one and say I have a 3rd, and it wouldn't even cost you any time to go over there. You would just have it right away.
There's 3 things you can do on your turn. 1, collect the gems like we talked about. 2, buy a card like we just talked about. 3, you can save a card. So let's say I really like this card, but I can't afford it yet. I'm afraid Mila's gonna get it, or if you're playing a 3 or 4 player game, you're really afraid somebody else might get it.
You really gotta be cautious.
I can collect this and put it in my hand, and what's the bonus when I do that?
And the bonus is if there's enough gold chips.
If there's even 1.
Even if there's 1, you get to take one and put it with the one you grab. You don't get to take it when you take your chip. You get to take it when you take a card.
So yeah, Mila's right. You can't just take a yellow chip on my turn when I'm doing that first type of action. Yellow's off limits. The only way to get yellow is by taking a card. And when you do, take it, not buy it. When you take it, I don't own that card yet. It's not face up. I can't use it yet. But I got this yellow, and yellow counts as any chip. It's a wild. So this is a big deal. But it does count towards your chip limit. So you're only allowed 10 chips in total. Those are the 3 main actions.
And
collect chips, buy a card, or just save a card.
And also when you save the card, you can always like just peek at it and see, oh yeah, I need 3 green. And then you put it back down, and then maybe your next turn, you get 3 green. And what helps me is, let's say I had, because this is the card, you won't face it up, but I'm just doing that so you guys can see. But let's say I had 3 green, and I had a green pile, let's say I had 2 green, and I had 1 green card over here. I could put those 2 greens on top of my other green, just so I can remember I can count them.
Yeah, Mila does that for organization. She sometimes puts things on the card so she knows she has them. It's a good little tip, especially if you're getting to know the game. Now, the last thing I have to kind of go over are these nobles. These nobles don't require an action. You don't need to like say I'm collecting a noble. Nobles are like goals for you to aim at. And on the noble card, I'm gonna grab one here and show it to the camera. Can you explain what's on the noble here?
So the nobles, there's these 2, well, they're kind of like cards, but you have to have 4 blue and 4 white cards, not gems, because that you have to have cards. So I don't really go for these because these are just really hard. But
I go for these.
Yeah, he does.
And sometimes I win.
Sometimes you do, and then it's just like cards. You have a point, and it counts. Like I needed 3 more, and I had 4 blue cards and 4 white cards. I could get it, and then I would win. And you can have.
You wouldn't necessarily win. You'd get 3 points.
I would get 3 points.
So these are nice little goals to go for, but as Mila stressed, and I need to make sure you hear it, it's not chips. You have to have actual cards. So like we have 1 blue card here, making 1 blue gem. If we ever got to 4 blue and 4 white, we would at the end of our turn get to take this guy for free, and he's ours. and that helps us towards that 15 total we're trying to get to. That's it. That's how you play it. And now I guess I want to have Mila and I sort of give you our take on why this game's so great.
I love Splendor because there's a really good strategy in this game. And I think it's fun to play because sometimes it's like, oh no, you just got that card, I really want it. And you have laughters in this game, it's really fun. And it's kind of fun when someone steals the card you want. And it's fun because this game lets you have different choices. Like it lets you, one round, I decide that I want to do a different strategy than I did before. I can do that. It's like, it's not a game where you stick with one strategy and that's how you win. There's a bunch of different strategies you can use. So that's partly why I like this game.
I'm gonna echo the same thing. I absolutely love that there's lots of different strategies. Like when you play something like Candyland, the only strategy is roll and hope to land on cards that are valuable.
Kind of like Monopoly.
Yeah, this, like I get the choices. Do I want to go for those monarchs? Do I want to buy a lot of the little inexpensive ones so that I can jump straight to the big ones? Do I want to work towards the mediums? Like, I don't know, there's lots of different ones. Do I want to save a card? Is Mila about to take it? As she says, there's these tense moments where she takes the last red chip that I need and you're like, oh, but you don't want to admit that always. It's just a lot of fun. It plays quickly, lots of strategy, 2 to 4 players. It is just a great game. Mila's 7 and she gets it. She understands it. She gets the strategy. She plays the strategy. And she, actually, I think you beat me the first time. I had never played, she had never played. And we sat down, read the rules, played it. And I think she beat me that first game. I've won a few since then, but she's won. And I promise you, everyone, I am not letting her win. I am trying my hardest.
Let's just stop talking about that. And you can take this on trips.
That's true.
I did that. It's not hard to pack in a suitcase. It's really fun. I mean, you can't play it on an airplane. I'm really sorry to say that, but
you can't. Yeah.
You can
those
bring
little
it.
Those little trays won't let this fit there. But
you can bring it.
Great game for vacation. I would also argue it's a good game for the classroom. It's quick. It's probably longer than most you're going to want to dedicate. It probably takes 25, 30 minutes. But
I mean, it's fun
once
to play
everybody knows, 30 minutes. It's a great game. Invite your grandparents over and play with your kids. Great game. As always, guys, I'm so thankful for you to be part of this community. There's a few other game reviews that Mila and I have done. Check those out. And we'll probably do another game review coming up here. Those are always fun. As always, if you could hit that thumbs up button, make Mila and I feel like...
Punch that subscribe button if you didn't.
I love it. Punch that subscribe button. Let's do it.
And make sure you check out all of our other videos.
All right. Till next time, guys. Take care.